It's time for another Out of Bounds Rewind with Bo Bounds on ESPN 105.9, The Zone.
You have been very complimentary of some of Lane's hires. Biaggi, he pulled from Purdue. You liked Crum. He was able to retain Nix. There have been some others. So he went after a new DC in Pete Golding. And Pete's been at Alabama, and so we have to weigh all this. How do you weigh all this, and as far as Pete at Bama and what Pete Golding could be at Ole Miss?
Right. I hate trying to weigh guys from Alabama because, well, most of the time when they leave, they're what? They're not very good, right?
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. Doug Nussmeier is all world at Alabama. Not so much after he left, right? Tosh Lapoy, he was a DC at Alabama for a little bit. Oregon was 77th in defensive scoring efficiency last year. Given it was his first year there, but still, right? So the talent of Alabama skews our perceptions. I believe it does. You look at Bill O'Brien. The guy was middle of the road, 3-star offensive coordinator in college football. He goes to Alabama. Oh, man, he called plays for a Heisman Trophy winner. Man, everybody does good at Alabama. So, now I think the first question, big picture you got to look at is, was that an upgrade from whoever was calling plays at Ole Miss, which I believe was that Partridge?
I think it was Partridge. You like Crum a little bit better. They were co-DCs, but go ahead.
Yeah, but somebody was calling the play.
I think it was Partridge.
I think it was Partridge as well. I like Crum, but he only had 1 year of experience. I thought I think he has a bright future, but I think it was Partridge. So you have Partridge calling the play. So was there an upgrade there? Yeah, I believe there was easily an upgrade in that regard. But how good is he going to be? Look, at Alabama, I know they had a top 10 defense each of the last 3 years. And each of the last 3 years, their scoring efficiency has gotten worse. It has regressed each of the last 3 years. So that's a red flag, man. You on one hand, we're looking, wow, he put up a top 10 defense. Yeah, with top 2 talent, right? And it was consistently top 10, but it was a regressing top 10. So is it an upgrade for Ole Miss? Yes, I believe it is. As a guy that's experienced in the SEC, absolutely. Every big game, he's been there. So the experience in the SEC is not going to be a question. The question for me is, how big of an upgrade is it going to be over Partridge? How significant of an upgrade is it going to be? And that's just an absolute mystery because I have no idea what the guy's going to do away from Alabama talent.
Yeah. Dave Bartoo on the Out of Bounds show. So how does he pair with Kiffin as far as pace of play?
I think you're going to get pretty much the same thing. Lane's pace isn't that high. It's not as high as Levy's. We saw the pace of play decline this year. And remember, we talked about this maybe a little bit, is, this was a top 25 offense through October. And then it just tanked in November and ended up, I think, 44th or something like that. Still very good. But the pace with Lane is slower than with Jeff. There's no pace management for Jeff. It is just go as fast as you can and hope points get on the board. So I think the pace management with Lane and Golding will be fine. I think it'll be very similar to what he is used to at Alabama, which still might be too much to be comfortable in his wheelhouse.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9, The Zone.